Hi, thanks for tuning into the Shock and Awe Toy Reviews. This is an adults only channel. It's for adult collector. So if you're under 13, please stop watching and go fuck. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Shock and Awe Toy Reviews. Usually 2 videos, one camera and a review, but we do have a toy here. But guess what? That's not anything that this is going to be. And why, you may ask? Regular viewers of this show, you know that this is way more professional of a setup than we have. Kinda. We were invited to do our rambling round tables here, and Berg and Toast are fucking pussies and don't want to drive out to a nicer studio in order to do that.
Yeah, but fucking pussies.
Yeah, I could not pass up the chance, and so I decided, why don't I sit down and do...
In my spot.
In your spot, yeah. The problem is the ass is so small on this seat.
Do you feel too tight in there?
A little bit, but I'm stretching it out.
Okay,
Don't worry. You're going to sink into it next time.
It'll be good for my tight little ass.
So I decided to try a spinoff, and it'll probably just be this one episode, depending on how well it goes. But it's Who Are These Fucks? And I'm going to just sit down and kind of interview these two fucks. They're interesting people. They're interesting people that I know, and they're pretty special.
Oh,
so
starting out with compliments before we get the insults rolling.
Well, to my left is the beautiful Faith Johnsen, and to my right is Paulie Johnsen. These two are tattoo artists, and anybody that's seen my hands has seen that I have tattoos, and Paul has done this whole arm and these two hands. And Faith, you are also a tattoo artist as well. Yes?
Correct.
Yes, and
I can confirm.
You can confirm. I've seen some of your work. It's neat.
It is tidy, isn't it?
It is.
It's neat and tidy.
I really like that.
Yeah. So
it's such a compliment.
How long have you been tattooing?
I think it's been 13 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
It's at the beginning. It's kind of hazy. Look, I can move your mic.
I know.
Was your sister? Did your sister say 2006? But that was when you did your first tattoo. You didn't really start tattooing when you...
Yeah,
right?
It was a while.
It was like a slow...
I was like, it was a hobby, and then I got an apprenticeship. And then it was
never
like...
good.
It was a hobby. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
It was a hobby, and then it was a hobby like, oh shit, I don't have any money. I should make money doing this hobby.
Yeah.
And then it was, okay, let's like do this for real. So it was probably like 3 or 4, probably 3 years. Maybe 2. I don't know.
But when it was your hobby, what were you practicing on?
People.
Just real people.
Oh, yeah.
Dumb people.
Dumb, stupid people.
Clearly, yeah. And
young people, not underage people. I never did that.
Yeah.
Although I've been tricked a couple times, but I've never...
I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah.
Come on. I mean,
but
those titties make it hard to see. You know what I mean?
It's the chicken. It's all the hormones in the chicken.
That's right.
It was just people that wanted cheap tattoos, and I was that guy that gave them terrible cheap tattoos for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, how long have you been tattooing?
Ooh, it's January 9th, my second.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think January 9th is going to be my 2-year mark of tattooing.
2 years. So
but 4 years ago, just recently, she did the first tattoo ever, which was on me. But then it was like,
it was weird. It was weird because I did my first tattoo 4 years ago, which is only 2 weeks before I did my first tattoo then 2 years later. Like, it was weird that like I randomly got back into tattooing at the same exact time I started it.
Yeah,
but
it was like, let me try this, and then it was like, what are we doing? We have a new baby. I can't do this.
Yeah,
and then 2 years later.
I did 2 tattoos like within a couple weeks, and then, I mean, how old was Sable? Like 3 months old? It was
a bad idea.
So you had planned to start earlier than you actually did.
Yeah.
Well, it was like she wasn't totally convinced of it. I was like,
he convinced me to tattoo.
She was having like
yeah.
She was not a lot of people have like a total like sense of direction with their career, and I'm like, well, if you're not happy with what you're doing, I could teach you. I know I can teach you how to do this cleanly and in a way that's like fun for you
Right.
possibly. So that's what we did. So
And you had artistic ability, like you were drawing.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I'd never drawn
Nothing.
before.
No. Okay. First of all, I don't believe that for one
Nope.
second. I've seen.
None.
I've seen your
No.
drawings.
Nope, I never drew. I like doing like crafts.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like crafty, but never drew. And Polly just gave me
you know those white women are all crafty.
Yeah.
That's how you know I'm
Fucking-
basic, 'cause I just described myself as crafty.
I don't know what basic means,
What?
other than like.
Here. Do you know me?
Uggs and
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
chai
not-
latte and
Okay.
you
no,
know just
pumpkin
basic
spice lattes.
pumpkin spice
I don't
whatever.
think Uggs. People don't wear Uggs anymore, so that's now not.
That's-
All right, this is off the rails
Okay, yeah,
already.
yeah, let's
this
get
is
back on
my
board. Let's
fucking
go.
show. It's your fucking house.
Okay.
All right. By
All right,
the way,
let's get
thank you
back
for
on it.
coming to your house and
Yeah.
doing this show.
Oh, glad to be here.
No, so what did you do before you started tattooing then? What job did you
I was a
have?
vet tech.
A vet tech? Really? Mm-hmm. And you didn't like that?
No, I liked it. It was an hour away. And I worked at a specialty center, and I liked that because it was way more medically interesting.
Uh-huh.
And then it was an hour away when we had Sable. And I think I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, maybe. So I stayed home for 2 years, and then it doesn't pay anything. So I wasn't going to go to school for it because I wasn't, like, that interested in it. Like, it was just a nice job. It was
Well-
like a starter job.
I'd say definitely since you became a tattoo artist, at least in my opinion, obviously I'm not a professional, but to see your progression, like you start and even to not, like you got really good really quick, it seems like. And do you think that's because you had his help? Like, was he a good teacher? And you didn't even apprentice or anything really, did you? Other than, I guess, technically with you?
I did shit like I taught like I would come over and be like, "You're tattooing with your mind and not your hand," and walk away. Shit like that.
Yeah, my first tattoo, he left.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, he just left. He took
Nice.
Sable sledding.
She has an eye for detail and a fear of failure.
Fear
So.
of failure.
There we go.
That really, and she didn't want to. She didn't want to be my wife who tattoos.
Well, that's what I was going to
So there's
say.
the fear.
How does it feel to ride your husband's coattails a little bit?
That's like a few times that I've heard that, and it doesn't bother me
It
whatsoever.
doesn't bother you at all?
No.
I was gonna say,
like,
how
why
do you-
wouldn't
do
you
you
take?
feel good about
why wouldn't
that?
you take advantage of what you have?
Because that's
know?
kind of rude, I think.
No, it's not. He's the one who wanted me to tattoo.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
I
fair
more so
enough.
just wanted to have
Compound.
something.
I mean, it's nice to have connections through him. Like, if he got a job somewhere, more than likely he could get me a job there
Yeah.
too. So that's nice. But
I agree.
you
But
know,
it's not well deserved though. You know, you do good tattoos, so
And I worked hard. You know, once I decided to tattoo, I worked hard at it.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't like.
people tend not to work hard when it comes to the arts. I think it's because they're so wrapped up themselves, or so wrapped up in the idea of themselves and being an artist, and so when they fail, they're like, "Oh, I failed," you know, and instead of being like, "Oh, well, I just don't know how to do that, so let me learn how to do that and then move forward," you know.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, us being married for so long, she knew the vibe of how I approached it, so she just did the same thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
which helped. It's like, you know, I don't need an example. It's just like that.
No, that totally made great rambling sense. So, do you have any clothes that fit you properly? Because every time I see you, you're like, do you have
Which
to
way
shop?
are you going to go with this? Because
Well, because I'm asking because it seems like you should be shopping in the children's aisle. You're so tiny.
okay.
But
Okay.
every time I see you, like you're constantly like your flip flops are flying everywhere. Your pants are falling down.
Well, that's mostly in the. Well, I had this habit of sagging my pants, which
Yeah,
I'm trying to
I-
break, because I used to wear bigger clothes, you
Sure.
know, and now I wear sleeker clothes, so you don't
Sleeker.
so you don't sag those, you know,
Yeah.
you wear them properly. So it's a struggle, you know. I'd
Okay.
say it's a struggle,
I was gonna say,
but I'm working through it. I'm getting better all the time, and belts help.
yeah. So you've matured to about. Ooh, God. No, let's
That's
keep
a
that.
Velcro belt. You don't like that sound?
I don't know that.
It's
Well,
just
I find it fine, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that's going to be like,
Fuck those people.
why? I know.
Fuck those people.
I'm glad you got dressed up and looking nice too for this, because
That's just how
usually
she
Oh
looks
no!
all the time.
Yeah,
when I see you,
just-
you're in like PJ pants and just.
Really?
I don't know why you don't give a shit when I'm over. It's a little offensive, I have to
apologize.
say. It's okay.
But I did dress up, not for you, for all, all your viewers.
Right.
Just want to make sure you know that.
I just want to
Wow.
I just want to make sure you know that according to YouTube analytics, 100% of our viewers are male. So.
Oh yeah, well, that works. Well, you just got more viewers then, huh?
I did.
Look at the camera and say to subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment. And then follow our podcast.
So you guys have, or at least used to have, Blood,
Yeah.
Ash, and Oil podcast, which was really good for the time that it was on. And I think it's been, 6 months since you guys last did
Yeah.
an
Well, it's just during the summer we were just doing stuff with Sable, and we're like, this is the last thing on the list of all the things that we do.
Yeah.
Because, so we're gonna do another one. This is a part of the whole process of starting to do it again.
And then we had the
studio.
haunted house.
Yeah, we were doing haunted house stuff.
Gosh, that took up our whole lives for a month and a half. And then the holidays.
Yeah, the holidays are.
Your mom's a holiday.
Which one?
You know which one?
Thanksgiving? She a feast?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh my God.
You thought, oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm going to write that down. Paul, how's it feel to be married to somebody that's bigger than you that can kick your ass?
First of all, she's not bigger than me. Second of all, for sure I can beat her ass. For sure yeah, but he's insulting me. You're regular size, I'm little. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, you're like tall. He's small. Like, do you just kick him in the face?
First of all, that's
sometimes?
bullshit, and I'm gonna stand up right now, and you're gonna stand up right now, and we're gonna show everybody that I am in fact taller.
Clothesline myself with this.
Okay, good enough. All right, I am taller.
You're taller by like 6 inches.
He's just saying I'm small, and I get it. Okay, I've always been small.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're that small.
Well, because you're smaller. And I could for sure beat her ass because I have done that.
Shit.
Many times.
He doesn't, just so
I hit her. I hit her.
God,
it's a
So
toxic
you do wear
situation.
makeup when I'm over. It's just to cover the bruises.
It's a toxic relationship.
All right, just so I quickly tie this into the nerdy bullshit that we do. I'm going to ask you first. What is your favorite toy? It doesn't have to be one right now. It could be from when you were a kid. Do you have one?
I like Furbies. They were cute.
Oh man,
They were
you're
cute.
young. You're young.
28.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I was harassed by a man today at a nail salon. He asked me my age 3 times.
That has nothing to do with the question, but then your favorite cartoon?
Can it be a movie?
Sure, if it's a cartoon movie.
I liked Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's
and
Web.
Land Before Time. Yes.
I am burpy. I'm sorry.
You were very.
Is that
good at it.
insulting to your? I have a feeling your demographic doesn't give a fuck.
Dude, you know how many times I farted loudly on camera?
Yeah?
Just left it in.
And just didn't say anything about it.
No,
That's some G shit. That's some alpha male shit.
There's one time I literally timed it so perfectly and leaned and farted, and then I had to apologize to Toast, who was next to me, because it smells so bad.
Oh my God.
Have you ever seen a Transformer cartoon?
No.
Why not?
I don't know if I actually watched that much TV
Because she
as
was
a
born
kid.
in 93.
I didn't have a TV for a long time. And then I had a lot of siblings, so it was rare that you got to pick a show.
So you grew up Amish. All right.
Essentially, out on a farm.
And a Luddite. Yeah. You were a Luddite.
Yes. Yeah. I did like Beanie Babies. And I made them
everything
act
probably
like
at the time.
dolls.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't like dolls. I liked Beanie Babies, and I would make them like dolls. Like, I would put them in the dollhouse and have them do things,
How about you, your favorite toy? Do you have one?
It's like this thing, and it's like it has 2 little ears, and it also goes like this, but it vibrates.
Okay.
I think it's called a bunny. What's it called? A rabbit?
Well, it depends. Did
Rabbit.
it have a third one, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the rabbit.
Okay. No, I liked little cars. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did.
Did you watch cartoons?
No.
No?
Rugrats, maybe.
Okay, that's a cartoon.
Rugrats.
I wasn't into comic books. I
Real
wasn't
Monsters. Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was cool, but I wasn't I wasn't in the same lane as some of the stuff probably obviously
Sure.
that you come from.
Right.
I wasn't into comic books. I wasn't into superheroes. I was just
both, like,
fucking
Nickelodeon.
I was just a little dumb and a little naive and just kind of walked around and was a little short and a little chubby and just a little
Well, I'm glad at least the chub went away.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I was like real short up until like junior year of high school. I mean, I was like,
Really?
I was short, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was dancing with a chaperone in one of his pictures.
Yeah.
It was another girl from her grade.
Yeah.
From his grade.
8th grade. I was like, titty height.
That's the perfect height, though.
I know it is, isn't it?
Really? Yeah. Yeah. Faith, have you ever tattooed a portrait of Thelonious Monk before?
Who's Thelonious Monk?
Okay.
Wait. When you...
Okay. Not cultured and hates black people.
Oh my God.
All right.
Continuity.
So we are going to take a look at some of your work, Faith. We'll look
Okay.
at yours first.
Let's see.
Okay, so the first one here.
So was this your first tattoo? Tell us about this one.
No, this is last week.
Last week. How long? You said 2 years?
Yeah.
I meant to ask you.
My work has improved so much, though.
Can I ask? Is that a baby with a sock coming out of its mouth?
I hope it's a sock.
No, it's a fruit roll-up coming out.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Now this is a gem.
I really like these because you said you were a vet tech.
I enjoy these.
You did these. Now, was this freehand?
Yes. I've been really experimenting with that lately, and
Yeah.
I'm getting more confident. The work's getting better.
Any reason the cat's touching its asshole?
Because that's what I wanted.
I didn't even notice that.
I mean, it needed to look like a cat. That's how you know it's a cat, right?
I mean, I guess it is a cat. It's close
Do cats
enough.
touch their asshole with their paw?
They lick their ass. So I don't know
But
why
they'll,
you chose.
like, they'll do some weird shit.
I guess that's why she says it's interpretive.
I was a vet tech. I know these things.
knows.
She knows.
All
She
right,
knows.
Moving on.
That dog, though, I'm in love.
Again, another
one's
animal.
This is
Cute.
fantastic. This is great.
I hope you like your work. It is great. It's really small, though.
We could see that. I mean, 2 years. She's done a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, from babies either eating or barfing socks to cartoon cats and dogs. Next.
Okay. Next.
All
Now
right,
this
this
one.
one
This is one of my favorites. I think.
Was this recently for Thanksgiving? Because at the time we're recording
I always
this.
try to do a holiday themed tattoo around, so I can post it on the holiday. And I just thought this was a great idea, so I posted it up. And somebody
babies are a
snatched
good
it.
subject matter for you. It seems like you seem like you've
Yeah.
been really,
Yeah.
on that thread.
They're
Are they healthy to eat, babies? Because you are a health food nut. I know.
I mean, I wouldn't really recommend. They're kind of fatty.
Yeah.
Have you ever known all the
Yeah,
rolls?
but they're so tender though.
I know, dude.
They're so tender.
You fry
Yeah,
one of
it's
those
like
little
eating
fuckers
veal.
up.
Tastes great,
Holy
but not
shit.
really good for you.
A little thigh.
You play in along
Kobe
so good.
baby.
Can I just say that? You were so nervous and you reacted way better than I thought.
I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't tell her either.
Yeah.
For the record, I did not do any of those
No.
tattoos.
We're
Just-
going to actually show her real work.
just
which is
in case
fantastic.
somebody's like, oh no. I almost never tattoo men. So
I was going to ask you that.
If your demographic is men, I'm not going to tattoo.
Is that
It's not
why
on
is
purpose.
that? On purpose?
No.
You don't like touching men?
No, men just don't get tattooed by me. They don't. They just don't.
Oh, but you would tattoo a guy.
Yeah,
She does
I've-
tattoo some men.
I have had 4 male clients request me in a year and a half, and I have been booked solid for 6 months.
And all of them have been like,
the same person, well
Is it
kept.
because See, that's what I would
overly
expect.
confident,
Yeah.
overly confident dudes that are, like
Well-kept.
she said, well kept. That
Yeah.
it would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see what's going on.
That's what I would expect. Is you just be booked full of guys just like, I don't care what she tattoos.
But I don't get upset by that because
I want
women
her to
throw
touch
themselves
me.
at me constantly.
So actually, I have noticed you've been doing actually a lot of script lately.
Yeah, whatever you post that you want to do, it comes to you. So if I just, whatever I want to do more of, if I'm like, hey, more snakes fall from the sky. I said I like to do script one time, and now it's just pouring in.
But you do actually like to do it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And I
Yeah.
like to tattoo snakes and flowers. Snakes,
see the
flowers, and
flowers.
script are essentially what I like to do.
So I see, like, you got some color.
Yeah.
Here. Do you like black and white work better or color work?
No, I just seem to get, I mean, I probably like the black and gray work. Like the one that you're on of the flower. I like that style of black and gray work.
Yeah.
With it's called pepper shading. I don't like
interesting.
traditional black and gray, but I like doing color. It's just somehow I just don't end up doing it that often anymore. Whatever I post, I do more of. You know, like people see that and then they ask for it.
Yeah,
A lot of flower
butterfly
tattoos.
there.
It's a moth.
No, it's a butterfly.
Look at that one.
Yeah, that's a sweet moth.
Yeah, I think in general, my work is too cute for men, so I think they see that in how many men want cute tattoos.
Oh, if you do a cute little unicorn shit, not a rainbow for me, I would get it done.
Look at it. Looks like its arm.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, I do. I don't know what I do.
All
Look at
of
this
it.
guy's head.
Ooh, do the space one. People like that.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
Look at that.
he's a piercer. Isn't that crazy?
That's cool.
This
I don't know.
one's
Like I was
amazing.
asking her, do you prefer like black and gray to color or anything like that?
You know, I've been tattooing long enough, and I've never like gotten stuck in a type of tattoo.
Yeah.
So I have like a way I like to do every kind of tattoo. So,
Okay.
you know, I don't, you know, I like doing it all.
Can you show the one you put up real recently? It was a skull, but then it had like
Everybody
shapes in
loved
front of
this.
it. Yeah, to look like a clown face. I wish I had fucking thought of this because this thing is so fucking cool, and it has kind of one of
Thanks.
those like 80s retro poster
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah.
It's
you know,
Yeah.
to it.
trash.
Yeah, it's called Polka Trash. It's
Oh
like
my god.
a certain artist, but it's like a spin-off of his sort of thing. It's a little bit different, but yeah,
Yeah,
everybody really liked that one. Kind of surprised me. I mean, I liked it too,
Yeah.
but I was surprised by.
That's like the weird thing about doing this is that the tattoos that you're super excited about are always the ones that people aren't as excited about, and the ones that you just throw up there like
Show
fuck
the
this
Iron Man.
tattoo, everybody loves it.
Your demographic will love this.
Ooh, yeah, it looks way better in the video.
So I do all sorts of shit. You can see black and gray stuff. You can see
Yeah.
color stuff. You can see realism stuff. You can
You
see
see that cute bee?
stylized
Did
stuff.
you do a lot of? You also do some of that, like the biomechanoid stuff, and we should also say that like you paint as well. Obviously, we saw
Yeah.
the painting and everything.
Yeah, I paint. I do lots of
Ooh, look at
stuff.
that
Or I
dice.
try anyway. Dice. The Terrifier.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I did recently is Marvel guy. Who's the guy that made Marvel?
Stanley.
Stan Lee. I started a Stan Lee
Oh,
portrait
really?
like that big on a guy's chest.
Jesus.
But it's not done. Shit, that would have been good for this podcast. I do things like this too. Like I'll design people's logos and
That's cool.
business cards and
Yeah.
like anything I could get my hands on artistically to make money. There's
You eat ice
Wolfman. That's kind of
cream?
like a thing that people might know. Is that Wolfman or
It
some
looks
other?
like from The Howling.
Yeah, The Howling maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Here's a painting. I like this one.
Yeah. That one's cool.
This is a commission painting for a feller.
Yeah, there's my left hand. That's the
Yep.
mask right there. That was dope.
One's all freshy.
I want to talk about you eating this healthy food.
Yes.
Not because you're clearly a hippie. Because you're eating kale. You're eating lettuce.
I would
I like how that's a weird thing.
I
You're
know.
like lettuce.
Is that why he's so fucking thin? Is because you won't let him
No.
have a steak every
No,
now and then?
Dude, I eat
He
so
eats
much.
so much. It's annoying. Because Sable and I will finish dinner, and 30 minutes later, Paulie
Yeah.
will be done eating. He eats like 6 times as much as us.
So he probably has a worm or some kind of
That's
disease
been
then.
like the joke his entire life is that he has a tapeworm. I just like to take care of my body. I like to feel good.
Yeah.
That's
It
yeah,
makes a really big difference in how you
Yeah.
feel.
Does it really?
It does
Oh,
for
yeah.
real. Like I didn't believe that either, and then I
Wow,
started
people
doing
don't
it.
believe
but it's-
that?
it's just, are you forced to eat the shit that
No,
No,
I'm not.
no.
She used to eat
Just tell the
even
truth,
healthier.
Bud. Just tell the fucking truth.
She hits me. She does the hitting. That's what I was talking about earlier.
That's why you grew that beard to
We're
cover up
sick.
the scars.
Yeah, I got chin scars.
So do you remember when you said you wish you could have an affair? It was on one of your own
definitely
episodes.
did not
Whoa.
say that.
Or
I
no,
don't
no,
remember
it
that.
wasn't that.
We
It
were
was,
talking about sex dolls.
No, you were
Oh.
no.
Oh.
You were talking. It was one of your first episodes. It wasn't that you wish you'd had an affair. You were disappointed because you couldn't, because you guys have installed all these cameras around your house.
Oh yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah, you said that. That was. Does that make you feel good that you cheat on your spouse?
No, I wouldn't cheat on my spouse. We have too good of a life. Why would I throw that away?
Liar.
I might. Liar.
I cut this out, but their kid walked in. They have one child as opposed to more than one. And you have a daughter.
Interesting that you point that out.
Yeah. Oh, please don't tell me you made another mistake, did you?
No.
Okay.
It's just interesting that you pointed that out.
Made another mistake.
How many times have I warned you guys?
We're quick learners.
I see.
You saw how quickly I picked up tattooing.
Just tell the truth. Is Paul really the dad?
Have you seen Sable?
Yeah.
She looks exactly like him.
No, she's a lot better looking than
That's where I come in.
She shaves
The
the
base layer
unibrow,
is
though.
him.
The unibrow is
and
a
then I
dead
fixed
giveaway.
it.
Yeah.
I caught her one time. I'm like, what are you doing? And she had a little body trimmer, and she's going on our infant. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm shaving that goddamn unibrow. I didn't even know that my daughter had my goddamn unibrow. She'd been shaving it since she fucking came fucking sloshing out of her.
Wow.
It's a pet peeve. Unibrows are literally a pet
So
peeve
do you
for
have
me.
to pluck it then?
Yes.
for
I don't
her?
pluck that shit because
Did
first
you
of all,
shave it?
it's too painful. It's like, they're thick ass hairs.
They are.
And then,
It's crazy.
and then I break out and shit it when I do that.
Really?
It's like I don't want to do that. It's like when I pluck it, it's like my eyeballs get sucked out because it's so connected.
The motor when if he uses my body like the little trimmer, it's like it almost like breaks the motor on my little tiny body
You
trimmer.
got that thick hair, Fox.
It's Norwegian shit, I think.
Or the
I don't
Italian.
know. Or
It's the
the Italian.
Italian.
I don't know. I'm just
probably.
making shit
I
up.
don't
Well,
know.
my grandpa-
Mozzarella. Hey,
Hey, I do it like this.
Everybody in your family is a unibrow, so you're right. It's not Italian.
On the one side, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll believe you for now, but when the camera.
What's that
No,
mask
you
smell
should-
like?
Huh?
What's that mask
Yeah,
smell
does it
like?
stink? I can imagine it stinking.
Smell like dick?
It's not today.
Do you wear this every time?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Your,
I don't like to show my face.
do the other people wear masks too?
No, they
weird.
make fun of me constantly about it, and everyone asks why, and it's
You just don't
only
like
a
to show
couple
your
people
face?
know. Well, some of it's I don't. Some of it maybe.
You don't think that maybe
some
people...
of it maybe of other. You guys also have what I find interesting is tons of like fucked up pets. Not fucked up, but like they're weird. Like other than the dog, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What other pets do you have?
We have a bird.
Okay, that's
and then we
weird.
have fish. That's not weird.
No,
It's
but don't
more
you
like-
have rabbits too?
No.
We did
no,
have
no, no,
rabbits.
no, no.
See, right, you had rabbits in the house though.
Yeah, I like to try new pets.
And what, so when you're done with them, you just murder them?
No. They just
We just eat them.
Yeah, that's
rabbit,
fine.
Rabbit stew is.
That's what I hear. I had a rabbit named Stewie once because of that. How many diseases have you caught cooking with that bird around you?
Bird
Like
flu.
one or two.
One or two, because I saw that when I saw that picture. I don't know if it's on her Instagram, if it was a picture or video, and if you can pull it up. But
No,
it
it's
was
a story.
it was like your dad cooking breakfast
Yeah,
with the
he's got
bird
him.
on his shoulder.
He wears a diaper.
The bird
Yeah,
or your dad?
both. No.
Okay.
No, the bird wears a
Either
diaper.
way, I wouldn't want either one of them around the food that they
No, the bird wears a diaper, and the bird doesn't go in the food.
They don't
I'm
have
good.
to go in the food. They can just be near it. Your dad having that thing on his shoulder, you're going to catch, like, AIDS.
AIDS, yeah. Bird AIDS.
Bird
That's how
AIDS.
they
What
found,
was
did you
that?
know they found out
Babes.
that they found out that that's how it spread?
AIDS
Yeah.
spread from birds.
Yeah. And
Doubt
people
it.
like you.
Doubt it was a tame cockatiel from a breeder.
Cock, see? Cock. AIDS.
That's what happened.
There's connections there.
Cockatiel and the assapoo. So, Faith, are you a feminist?
Oh, I just don't think about those things. I'm sorry.
So why do
She's
you
not allowed to think about those things.
I know my place in the world.
I don't care if you don't like high fives or not. That was
No, I
worthy
like
of a
high
high five. Jesus
I like a
Christ.
well-deserved high five.
So if you're wondering why we've now switched cameras, is because like the equipment that I was talking about at the house so awesome shit out on us, and so
Yeah.
now we're using a GoPro. People don't know. What I don't like is like when people are like, "Oh, did that hurt?" Like all tattoos are fucking
Yeah,
painful,
yeah.
right? It just depends on the level. So when did you guys just realize you like sadism?
I actually hate getting tattooed.
Yeah, I don't like it
Hate
either. It's terrible.
Wait, but sadism is torturing other person.
Yeah.
Masochism is torturing
Inflicting
yourself.
the pain. Yeah, so
Yeah, the first time I saw him grimace when I was tattooing him, and I was like, this is for me. This is a career for me.
just like, yeah, fucking
No,
take it.
I hate it. I hate hurting people.
It's actually really uncomfortable. Like, I don't hate it, but no, maybe, I don't know.
Depends on the person.
Yeah, sometimes it...
But not in the way, like, if somebody's hurting a lot, it's hard. You're just like, ugh.
You just feel bad, and then you, like, try to hurry, and then you're not doing the tattoo the way you want to do it because you're just trying to, like, get through it. And then you feel uncomfortable, like you're doing something wrong, almost.
Right.
Like, they're blaming you.
Yeah.
Some people
And
are
that can
bad
get-
about it. Like, they're you can hurt and bitch about it, but some people do it in a way where it's like, they're like,
Can you hurry
are
up?
you almost done?
Are you-
like,
yeah,
they
they're
put it
mad
on
at
you. It's like, motherfucker.
Right.
Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm just doing the thing that you're paying me to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that can get
So
weird and
I guess then
complicated.
what's kind of like the big pet peeves for tattoo artists in terms of the people that sit with them, or like either how they sit or discussions? Like, one thing I heard is like tattoo artists hate it when you call it a tattoo gun as opposed
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause
And
it's
then
not-
a tat.
it's not.
I don't like when people call it
Yeah,
tattoo.
when
You
people
don't
call
like
it
those
tats.
Unless it's a joke. Like, sometimes I'll say, like, as a
Tatty.
joke, like, oh, tatting up.
Well, don't
Tat.
get a
up.
tat.
Get a tat.
And then tattoo gun, which, I mean, I don't know. Like, that doesn't bother me as much now that I
But it's just that you.
used to bother
Going
me.
back in time, like, you just don't do that. I remember being an apprentice and Don, the place I was getting an apprenticeship at, Don's Downtown Inc. He was tattooing this guy, and he was literally getting 2 tattoo machines crossed on his back with a skull. And he wasn't a tattoo artist. He was just like a guy that,
Like tattoos.
I don't know what the fuck. And I said, I called it a gun, and he like turned his head at me. He's not even a fucking tattooist, and he turned his head at me. And he's like, "What the fuck did you just call it?" And he was just like offended. He's like, "I cannot fucking believe you're an apprentice here, and you just called it a gun." And I'm like, "I can't believe you're a fucking douchebag getting the fucking tattoo machines on your back when you don't even." Actually, no, he dabbled in building machines, and then we switched to all pneumatic machines a while after that, and then he was all fucking pissed off, and he'd never come back to the shop again because, you know.
Oh, wow.
And it was Don's logo that was tattooed on his back too.
Ooh, wow.
Ouch.
Harsh.
But yeah, there's a lot of old school tattoo stuff like that it's like it's going away, and you know what? Good riddance, because who
But
gives
like,
a fuck?
like when the people talk, I'm sure you get all kinds of like the similar questions.
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
that's gotta wear on you after
Going out places is
Yeah.
a nightmare.
Oh, really?
Parties. Yeah,
You
like
just can't go to parties.
you just can't. Like
Yeah.
I don't do that anyway. But when I was in situations, you know, when I was either
loser.
yeah, you know, it was like it's just a barrage of, and I don't drink, so you got
Yeah.
drunk people in your face like, "Hey, so you how much do you think it would cost?" See, I was thinking, like, you see this thing right here on my arm? You see this thing right here? I got this done. It was probably it was like 6 years ago, and this guy he did a good job, but I just don't like it that much. How much do you think it would cost to like cover this up with another one of these? I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, something like this. You'd be like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I only paid like $80 for this. Well, that's probably why it sucks balls.
That's why you're getting that covered.
You know, and it's just like, and people, your friends think that they're doing you a favor by like, hey, he tattoos.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm like appreciative to that, or I was appreciative of that in a way, but it's just like all night, there's like a line of people, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's what you want to get? Okay, hit me
Yeah,
up,
it's
see you next.
Free consultations. None of them get tattooed.
Nope.
Oh, wait, it's over here now. None of them get tattooed. None of
Not a
them.
one.
That's the
Wow.
thing. If you were getting money, I'd be at every party ever.
Sure.
But you literally just work for an entire night, and then you don't make any money ever.
That's one thing I've been interested in, is like how you guys go about setting your price, because I know you do it hourly, but what I've noticed sometimes and has always kind of irritated me is, so like I've taken something in, I've shown them, I've been like, this is where I want, and this is my idea based on what you think and how it's going to work. Like, how much do you think it's going to cost, right? And this is I plan on getting the tattoo.
Yeah.
They're there. And then they do this thing where they're like, probably about, and it's just like, Are you just pulling the number out your fucking ass?
Kind of.
Little bit, but
So,
mostly,
but why?
mostly
Why can't you just say?
Mostly, you look at it and you look at how difficult it is, because you can get a little tattoo that's super difficult, and you can get a huge tattoo that's not difficult. So you're looking at how difficult it is, and then you can charge more for difficult tattoos, regardless of how much time it takes you. You want an armband? You know, that's going to take me not that long, but it has to be perfect, so I can charge you more knowing that I can do it well, and it's just a pain in the ass to do them. So you can just charge more. Like, you can charge more for things that you don't necessarily want to do.
It's a complex, like, so you have
it's a lot.
How hard the tattoo is going to be, right?
Right.
How good you are at tattooing versus the market and what everybody else is charging, right?
Sure.
So you have to be competitive because whatever. And then, like, for instance, like she said, like, I tattoo really quickly. So am I supposed to be penalized because I put you through less pain for a nice tattoo?
Yeah.
You know, how are you supposed to do that? So, like, when somebody shows you a tattoo, you're doing that math in your head, and then sometimes you're looking at the person, you're like, is this person going to be a fucking douchebag?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying is, like, some of it's like
sometimes.
I mean, come on, it's a little
sometimes
bit, a little
handling
sketchy.
fee.
But if I sat you behind for one tattoo, and you went through it, you'd be like, I better get some fucking money, because it's exhausting.
It is way harder than you think it is.
It's not only just the drawing part, but like the dealing with the people, the physical, physically doing it is very hard, and it's like running a mile in your head. Like, it's so mentally involved that it's, you can imagine, you do drawings, imagine doing an extended drawing on somebody that is permanent for the rest of your life. Like, think about, like, how you would feel doing that.
That's,
I mean, afterwards you're like, oh god.
And it's not necessarily always something you want to do, which is more exhausting to try to draw something that's like not within your wheelhouse, which you have to do all the time.
Now imagine they smell,
or they're kind of like, or they're and some people, once you start tattooing them and their blood comes out, it's like it stinks.
There's a smell,
weird.
unhealthy.
But it's a lot more like when before I tattooed, I'd just be like, Polly, can you just like give them a deal? Can you just do this tattoo on your day off? Like, it's not that big of a deal. No. Like, when you're asking people for like deals on tattoos, like, you're stealing part of their soul.
Yeah, it feels like you're chopping a limb off. You're like, oh.
It is
so exhausting.
By and far the hardest work I have ever done, like, by 1,000%. And the physical aspect of it, I tattooed for like 6 hours in a difficult area on Friday. My every joint in my upper body hurt. I got home and like all I wanted to do was collapse. My jaw hurt from the hand that had to stretch because of the tension all the way up to that side of the jaw.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is no fucking joke.
Well, I was actually going to ask about the physical aspect of it, because when you spend enough time, I guess, like, hunched over like that, you know what I mean? Like, after years and years, like, you've been doing it, that's got to take its toll on the body.
So,
and do you see it getting to the point where, like, you just won't be able to do it anymore?
No, I don't. No, because you could do so much with just being healthy and being flexible, and and once you become more comfortable with certain aspects of tattooing, you can kind of relax and just you can use other parts of your posture to do the same thing. But like some people have lower back problems with tattooing. I never had lower back problems with tattooing, still to this day. Never had a lower back problem. But my problem is my neck and shoulders, because I'm like she said, you stretch and then you're tattooing, there's all this tension that goes back up into here, right?
Yeah.
Well, this masseuse that I started seeing, she actually told me, like, a part of the problem is that you're going like this so much that there's so much tension and all that back there, but it's also the muscles are stretched out, right? And so your pecs and your chest aren't getting expanded as much as they should, so it's constantly pulling like this. So your muscles are not only being stressed out from having to work hard, but they're never relaxed back like this.
Yeah.
So I have to get this.
He looks like a bird. You got a bird chest there.
I have to get this stretched out in here so that, so that's my issue. Some people get tennis elbow,
Yeah.
But that's why you got to take such good care of your body when you're doing. It's like being an athlete in a way. Like you have to take.
Yeah,
good care of your body.
I'm basically an athlete.
I think you guys are kind of.
I'm basically an athlete.
We're professional athletes.
We're
okay?
professional athletes.
We're artists and professional athletes.
Yeah. When's the Olympics for the tattoo? Huh?
It's
I
on
don't know.
TV. You know, there's a TV
I don't watch
show.
TV.
Really? What about cartoons?
I don't know.
Cartoons.
That's on the DVDs and the Blu-rays.
Is there like a special streaming app for cartoon stuff? Do you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire? Maybe you could start that.
I think it's called Disney.
Oh yeah.
But what about kind of like the Cartoon Network?
Well, why the fuck would... Hold on, sorry. But why the fuck would someone want to come to the, say, my app for just cartoons when they already have Netflix and that same cartoon
Like
is on Netflix?
if you sourced, you would never be able to pay for all the rights to source all this stuff. But,
You don't know
if
that.
if you had, like all your nerd shows... all the
what do you
stuff.
call me a nerd? Oh.
Well, and the weird stuff that you can't even get, and you got it for the app. It was all the subculture stuff.
You just made him $1 million.
Yeah.
No, you just made somebody else $1 million because there's no way I'm going to be able to do that.
Just stop buying
I'm
Little
just full
Rascal
of-
hats
I'm
and
just
fucking.
full of ideas.
Little Rascal? That's the first time I've heard it called the Little Rascal. I love it, dude.
I stole it. I stole that. I
did
stole
you?
that from another podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
man, dude.
Joe
I call
Rogan
it-
was wearing one, and Bill Burr was like, "Jesus Christ, Joe, fucking calm down. You're over there with your Little Rascals hat."
I call it my
I stole
Legend
from
of
Bill
Bagger
Burr.
Vance.
Oh, yeah,
hat.
yeah.
It was a fucking golf hat, like old man's hat.
It's funny. It is an interesting hat, huh?
It's my lucky hat. That
You know
is
what's weird?
not
It looks
brought me luck.
natural. I didn't notice it
brought
until
me
just
luck.
now, right?
Yeah.
But if that I had that and I put it on, I'd be like, "This is ridiculous," and I take it off. But it doesn't look ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if I knew that I was like, I'm going to take this hat and I'm going to put it on, and I walked out of the house back, I can't fucking wear this.
Yeah. No,
But,
I bought it one day and I'm like, I don't see people wearing a lot of these hats. And then I was like, yeah, there's kind of a reason for that. But I'll buy, I'll buy 3 more.
But it's not weird.
Not on
why
me,
is it
no.
not weird?
Yeah, it's not.
I think
Yeah.
it works.
It works
Yeah.
for me. See, she does want to have an affair. Really want to thank you guys for letting me come and do this. It's unbelievable. You two are extremely generous. Just letting me only
you're
in
paying
your house.
us.
Really? Well,
Yeah, I'll send you
you
the
want to
invoice.
make up that rate right now, huh? Just like you do with your fucking tattoos.
Let's look at this.
Let me see this tiny little inch A that I just typed out from the
Got 2 SM7Bs, got the
it's gonna be
camera,
about
got the
$3,000.
It's a nice couch. This table's it was expensive.
Light
The
over
check,
here.
the checks the checks in the fucking mail. Don't worry about it.
Nobody uses checks anymore.
No, I
how
really
we knew he was
appreciate
lying.
it. You two are really kind to let me do this, and I would before I wrap up, I want you guys to go ahead and promote your stuff, where they can find you, best way to get in contact with you. Paul loves when people call him on the phone, don't you?
Oh, oh yeah, that's great. Don't
No,
fucking call me.
don't
Where's
call-
the camera? Don't fucking call
don't
me, man.
fu-
Text me.
Don't when I heard, dude. When I was like, "Oh, how do I get in touch with him?" The first thing I heard was, "Don't call him."
That's awesome. That's
he was
awesome.
like, he doesn't like to be called. The best way is probably through Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, or text me. You can text me. You got my number. Just don't fucking call me.
Yeah.
My Instagram is Paul Joseph Johnsen. That's Johnson JohnSen JohnSen at Instagram. Do you say at Instagram?
So I'm on Instagram at Faith Johnsen, JohnSen tattoo.
And our YouTube channel,
Oh yeah.
Blood, Ash, and Oil. I also have another YouTube channel just under Paul Johnson that has
Paul Joseph Johnsen.
Paul Joseph Johnson that has cool edited videos and stuff. And
Much
our
more
podcast is on
active
all the stuff.
You need to be in Illinois, in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
Most of our viewers don't know where we are because
Yeah.
I kind of keep that a secret too. So sorry, Yarmo, you're all the way in fucking Europe.
Is that a viewer of yours?
He is. He's a great. He's one of the super fans. He comments on all.
Does he smoke cigarettes and eat baguettes and stuff?
I don't know. I've never seen a picture of him. I imagine so.
What's his name?
He doesn't eat Yarmo. So he's more like,
Yarmo.
yeah.
I am Yermo.
So thank
That's
you again for letting me be here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was
I hope
fun.
you and the viewers. I hope the viewers enjoyed this. Hopefully you made it all the way through, even if you didn't, and you just skimmed past some of it. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching any and all amount that you did. We will be back with more toy reviews soon. You can find all the social media stuff in the show notes and some of it at the bottom of the screen. And until next time,
Hail Satan.
there you go. Oh man, you nailed it.